Good afternoon and welcome to the varsity game. Choctaw County Chargers and the Nanawaya Warriors. Cole Taylor started the game off with a base hit for the Warriors and then stole to second base. Now into the batter's box, number 8, Shy Moore. He bunted foul. The Warriors 13-1 overall record. 7-0 in their district, clinched their division championship. They are the two-time defending state champion in Class 1A. Very talented team right there. And there's a line drive to right field caught. Now thrown. Tagging up is Taylor. He'll move over to third. 1 out recorded. Now number 18. Jake Kite. And Chris, you say Kite is a talented golfer.
Yeah.
Committed to the University of Memphis?
I think so, as far as I was going to look that up if I could. It seemed like that's what I heard during golf season or what's going on from.
He's also their ace pitcher, I believe. And there's a curveball falls in for strike 1 to Kite. Nanawaya is a team that swings the bat very well. There's a ground ball. The shortstop's going to score the run, and he's going to be safe at first as Crowley unable to get a handle on it on the E6. Looks like Kite's going to be the pitcher tonight, so they're going to have a courtesy runner. Coming into the batter's box, number 26, Tanner Luke. Throw was in time. Crowley unable to hang on to it.
It looked like when he went to make the tag, the ball just popped out right there around second base.
Good throw by Gamble. I think the pitch was called a ball.
It looked like it was up and inside.
Curveball, unable to get on top of it. 2-0. There's a curveball, foul ball. You see Nanawaya swings the bats.
Yeah, team batting average over 400.
Wow. On the season.
That's right.
That's impressive. Pitch looked good, just a little inside. And he hits him. Hits Batman, put him on first. Now in the batter's box, number 28, Tylen Glass. There's strike 1 on the outside corner.
If he would that pitch consistently right there, I try to live there.
I try to get out there and just maybe go a little bit wider, see how far he'll go. He brings it inside right there. That ball had a little run in it. Right here, you can't get cute. There's a curveball in the dirt. Good job by Gamble. Glass hitting .318 on the year so far. through 8 games. That's what it says. There's a ground ball. There's a tag right there. Throwing. Missed the tag at third.
Looked like he signaled in the field right there. It was out, but we'll wait and see as far as. Or maybe not.
So he must have missed the tag going to third. Number 17 takes strike one. And that is Trevor Holderness.
Did you call that an infield hit a while ago for Glass?
I'm trying to remember. Got him. Wow, there's a foul ball right at me. That was finna hit me square in the noggin. Glass was out at first.
He was. He did get out. Not the double play, though.
Play at second.
There we go.
In time. 4-3 put out. But the damage was done. 1 run. One run on 1 hit.
That's right. 1 error and 2 left on base.
Mm-hmm. Clark Crowley comes into the batter's box for the Chargers to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Kite on the pitcher's mound. There's foul ball to the backstop.
You're in a popular seat. Looks like they're coming back toward you right there.
They're coming right at me. Bullets. Kite throws in the probably mid-80s, you'd say?
Yeah, I think so, Glenn. He has slow delivery there, but ended up.
Ball's got a lot of run on it, too. Did you see that thing? Like a two-seam. Had a lot of backup on it. That was pretty impressive. Did he swing it? He didn't swing it.
I don't think so. I think it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Kite's their ace pitcher. I'm trying to find his stats here.
I didn't see the pitching stats. I thought I didn't think,
There
but
they
maybe
are.
it is. Oh.
There they are. He's got a 1.83 ERA. There's a foul ball. It's going to get out of play. Just has him for 3 games. know he's pitched more than that. Their team ERA is at 1.75. I think some pencil whipping's going on. There's a ground ball foul. Crowley hanging in there. 2-2 the count.
And fouled off the last two.
Curveball. Of course, Kite's a pitcher. He throws in the mid-80s. I challenge him with that fastball, especially that two-seamer's got such a backup on it. Slow delivery, brings it in, and there it is. I may be talking too loud. Because he did exactly what I said. Now into the batter's box, Tyson Coleman. Coleman playing left field today for the Chargers.
Similar pitch right there is the last one to Crowley.
Ball has a lot of backup on it. That two-seamer.
You can sort of see the
it's nasty. There it is again. He's going to hit it up of the middle. Second baseman bobbles it. Coleman's going to be safe. Speedy Tyson Coleman. He runs well.
Putting it in play right there.
E4. You put things in play. They got to make a play on you. That's the thing. Is if you got a team that's striking out a lot, they're not making the defense have to do anything. Now Justin Jenkins comes into the batter's box. There's a fastball outside. Here's a ground ball to third. Going to try for two. There's one, and not in time for two. So the fielder's choice. Be the FC there, fielder's choice. Safe at first. I would think somebody might run for him, be a pitcher. Landon Wells comes in the batter's box, and he takes strike one on that two-seam that backs up onto the outside corner.
That was a pretty good pitch right there.
It really was. It started out probably 6 inches into the left batter's box and backed up. And there's a curveball away, or slider away. There it is. So 0-2 to Wells.
Really mixed it up well to Wells right here with that two-seamer, then came back with the curve. So he has to be, really doesn't know what to expect right
He's
here.
He's going crazy in his head right now trying to play the guessing game, I can tell you. Looks like going to be the outside two-seamer. Just high, left it high. Kite probably stands 6'2", 175. And there's a curveball that he fought off. So the 6-3 put out will end the inning. No runs, no hits, one error, one man left on base. Stepping into the batter's box, what number is that?
29. It's Luke, sophomore.
29. Tatum Luke.
One and one's the count.
There's a ground ball to Crowley. Crowley going to throw it over. Not in time. Oh, he got it. Wow. Got him. 6-3. Wow. We'll take it.
Darn.
Number 21 comes in. Devin Turner, first baseman. (6'1", 230. Man. I think he's swinging Paul Bunyan's bat. Like a 36, 34. There's strike two. 0-2. Jenkins gets ahead of him. 0-2.
Might see another curveball here.
I'd throw something in the dirt.
Yep.
Or up around eye level. There's a curveball in the dirt. Strikes him out. Number 14 coming into the batter's box. That's going to be Cody Clark. He's a senior. Batting .348.
Jenkins hits the outside corner right there with the fastball.
Needs to live out there.
Just
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad miss right there. Not a bad miss. It was a miss, but not a bad one. He kind of found his edge there, and then worked back. And there's a foul ball. Jenkins' curveball is doing a good job of getting some depth, breaking at the right time, right at the bat.
And Jenkins worked ahead in both these last two batters.
Not a bad idea either, trying to climb the ladder, get him chased. 2-2 the count. Cody Clark. Chargers really need to get out of this inning with no. There's a delayed strike called for 3, and that gets them out of the inning.
Yeah, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base, and that does it for the top of the second inning.
Good inning right there by the Chargers.
Yep.
All right, going in the bottom of the second inning now. Leading off for the Chargers in the bottom of the second, number 15, Trace Beard. Freshman left-hander steps into the box. There's a ball low. And there's a hard base hit. There's a good hard base hit right there by Beard. Just like I told him. That's textbook right there, Chris.
Yeah, I could tell Carl had been working with him
That's right.
in the yard. You've been working with him in the yard. Yeah, so, yep.
That's right. Calvin Talley steps in. They're going to try to pick off the...
They're respecting this, just trying to keep him close with the speed over there on first.
Trying to pick off the unfast Beard. He's not slow, he's unfast. You ever heard that one? There's a strike called to Calvin Talley. Strike one.
We've heard descriptive terms in the junior high game that I had not heard, so he runs different than that.
And there's a swing and a miss, gets him chasing right there. Talley kind of crossed up 0-2. Kind of has him chasing. Expect a fastball coming back, two-seamer. Well, actually going to break it, slider outside. Expect a two-seamer on this one, don't you?
Yep.
Setting up outside, going to get that two-seamer come back over the outside corner. And that's exactly what he did, but it was just a little bit low. 2-2 the count to Talley. Gets him chasing. One out to now. Michael Gamble comes in. Good pickoff move by Kite. They just hadn't read the scouting report. Weird speed. There's a ground ball fielded by Kite in time at second, but not in time at first. Fielder's choice gets Beard going to second. And Senzo Miller Jr. will run for Micah Gamble. Dawson Jones steps in to the batter's box. Wind starting to pick up. We see some clouds building there in the west. Some possible severe weather coming in on Saturday.
Yeah, the most severe early thing that I saw from MEMA maybe was out toward middle part of the state, toward the Delta. But still was elevated for our area, so definitely going to be something to watch for Saturday.
Ball outside. Jones.
you can tell from Kite's expression after he threw that pitch, he was thinking that could have been called a strike.
Foul ball out of play.
As he brought that one back over the middle of the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had been living close to that outside edge with that two-seamer, but brought it back and in, was making sure he got the call.
All outside, not in time, as they try to throw Miller. Count goes to full against Jones. Miller's now in scoring position with 2 outs. I'd like to think a base hit would score the speedy Miller. And Jones knew it. That two-seamer comes back about 6 inches. And that gets it. 1 hit, 1 man left on base, no runs, no errors. Chargers trail 1-0. And starting off for the Warriors, Cole Taylor takes that slider, strike 1. There's slider again. This time hammered back up the middle to Jenkins. He fields his position, throws it over to Beard for out number 1.
Moore steps in to bat for the Warriors, flew out to right field back in the first. Jenkins missed barely outside with his fastball.
And it was a hard hit ball, too.
Yes, it was. Landon Wells out in right field for the Chargers. That one's going to be fouled back out in the parking lot.
Curveball just didn't quite get back down. There's a strike on that outside corner. Both pitchers liking that outside corner. And there's a curveball away right there. Tags him for out number 2.
That's Jenkins' 3rd strikeout.
Now Jake Kite comes in. He reached base on a E6 a while ago. Grounded it to Crowley at shortstop.
Maybe overthrew a little bit on that
Yeah,
one.
I had a little mustard on it. Speaking of mustard, the hot dogs tonight, very good.
Might go back for round 2
I
here.
may do it. I may do it. It's hard to beat those game dogs here at the park. Now he's overthrowing just a little bit. I know it kind of seemed kind of Harry Carey-ish. That old Saturday Night Live skit with Will Ferrell as Harry Carey. Oh, and there's a... Jenkins.
He was able to block that one up as far as there, but wasn't able to get his glove up. Ricocheted off of him, but went right.
That's a 1-4-3 put out if you're scoring it. 4-3. So no runs, no hits, no men left on base going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Chargers trail 1-0. I scored it 1-4-3.
Quez McNeil up for the Chargers, takes strike 1, and then takes ball 1 up high. The sophomore starting center field for the Chargers. A little defensive swing there as he fouls that one off. Came in inside on him. Threw Kite brand new baseball. Wanted a dirtier one and stuff, and then all that home plate had was all like brand new ones.
Curveball stayed high. Sounds like a call to the bullpen.
Yeah, I thought it was, well, yeah, when he said
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, so it was off.
And there's strike 3.
And that's the 4th strikeout for Kite as he went through the Charger rotation.
Crowley saw some pitches his first at bat.
Ended up being one of the 4, but did foul off a couple with 2 strikes.
First pitch swinging. Slider stays high. Ball 1. So 1-1 the count. There's a fisted blooper to third base caught. Out number 2. Coleman swinging at first pitch. Fouled it off.
It reached in the first inning on the E4. Coleman needing to get on to where the Chargers have a base runner here in the 3rd. Three and one's the count. Wind sort of blowing in from the left.
Yeah. And there's ball 4 to Coleman.
His first walk given up by Kite.
Coleman's kind of Altuve-ish. Small in stature, and he's hard to pitch to. And Altuve, you either walk him or he hits a home run. Of course, we hadn't seen Coleman unleash the beast yet. The power with that frame of his, but we've seen several walks that he's drawn, and he goes deep into some counts, so that's a good thing too. Jenkins swings at strike 1.
Look for Kite to check the runner here in a minute, but
and there's one that gets away, and Coleman will move over into second base.
like they're wanting a different, some more baseballs maybe. A dirty
Kite
one.
wants one rubbed down.
Yeah.
There's that 2-seamer.
We'll just get some out of the box.
Yeah. They're going to go back there to the humidor, like Rocky Stadium. You seen that? That's pretty impressive. And there goes outside.
I think that might have been close, but just the way the catcher was set up on the inside and had to reach back across, I think missed his spot.
If he'd have been set up out there,
it might have been different.
Yeah. Foul ball out of play right there. One ball, 2 strikes. There's one that hits Jenkins. Looking for him to tip his cap. It was unintentional on a 1-2 count. I mean,
Yeah, I think he was. Both pitchers have become working in and out and stuff, and just working inside. That one just got.
Landon Wells steps in. He grounded out to the shortstop last time in the first inning. And here's first pitch swing for Wells, and that's going to do it for the Chargers.
Chargers have had base runners every inning.
So no hits, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Chargers trail 1-0 going in the top of the fourth. Number 6 steps into the batter's box. That is Tanner Luke, and hits a shot back up the middle. First pitch to start the top of the fourth inning. This inning brought to you by the wonderful pistachio.
Man, been really good.
Salt and pepper variety. Outstanding. Good pickup.
Came in low, sort of outside there, and Gamble sort of crossed up when he tried to get up and throw, as that was caught it fine, but just sort of unable to really get his a good throw into second base and timely.
And there's a foul ball right there. Gets ahead of Glass. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Glass.
The hit by Tanner Luke was only the second hit that Jenkins has given up. And that one's fouled off back into the parking lot on the right side. Jenkins is staying ahead in the count here to Glass. Glass was called out at first base on a 6-3 put out back in the first.
There's a curveball.
Like to say a little lower right there as it stayed a little bit elevated in the zone.
One of those that you wanted either a lot lower or a little bit higher as he swung under it. If it's just a little bit lower, he may tattoo it over the wall. Gotta get a little more depth on it. And there's a fastball grounded into the Calvin Talley, boots it.
Had a good high bounce. If Talley would have been able to take a couple more steps, would have got up underneath it, and instead he had that bounce right in front of him and was unable to field it. So it's going to be a
E5. E5, no outs. Now Jenkins got himself in a jam.
holding us up. Hit at second base in his previous at bat back in the first inning. Holness showed bunt in his first two pitches that he's seen from Jenkins, and three straight elevated fastballs.
Three-oh.
3-0. Look for Holness maybe to take on this one.
I would think.
Yeah.
Of course, holding this batting .393.
A little below average for the team, though.
Bringing it down a little bit, isn't he? And there's a strike on the outside corner. In the ground. Ball 4.
Chargers find him in a jam right now with no outs. Bases juiced.
Corners,
Jenkins have been in control through the first three.
corners in. Looks like the middle infield's in as well.
So this was Tatum Luke. 6-3 was the put out back in the second inning. And that might have been the one that was sort of close to being safe.
A
but
base hit.
yeah.
Jenkins finding a hard time finding the zone this inning. He's done a good job through the first three, and there's a strike on that outside corner. They're just a little bit low right there.
Yeah, it was over the plate, just like you said, just slightly low.
And there's a So base hit and then an error on the catcher, misreading the ball. Scores 2. Is that correct?
Yeah. You like to see that throw from your outfielder come in a little lower there and stuff for where a cutoff person
has a chance at it.
Yeah. So, but.
Good pitch right there to Turner. Devin Turner struck out his first time at bat.
Because it looked like Glass was going to hold up at third base, but he read it excellent as far as and came on in once he saw the ball get away.
Turner batting .308. And there's a hanging curveball. It's going center field. Caught. Quez McNeil does a great job.
Yeah. Ball was tailing away from Quez and did a really good job as far as and only able to get under that with the good jump and speed right there as he was able to trail that one in and outstretched right there at the very end to get his glove up underneath it for
1 out.
1 out.
There's a hard hit ball in between first and second by Cody Clark. Courtesy runner for the catcher. One out, Cole Taylor back up to the plate.
Had a hit back in the first inning and a 1-3 put out in the third.
We're not in time. Almost a little wide. One and one to count. Timeout called by Gamble. I think their signs are a little crossed up. I think Gamble, he's been crossed up a time or two. Pin action down in the right bullpen. Looks like the Red Rocket loosening up.
This is a good hitting baseball team, you know, as far as the Nanawai Warriors. We talk about that .411 batting average. You can see really able to put up some runs.
Of course, 2 pitchers are down there. Red Rocket and Richard Ricardo.
But the good start by Jenkins in this one here as far as the first 3 innings. I know this was, you know, this 4th inning is not how we want. Chargers want to draw this one up, but seeing some things you've been wanting to see out of Jenkins this year.
Coach Wilson with the sure hands over in the dugout. I don't know, but we've never seen Coach Wilson and Superman in the same room.
Very true, I mean, you're right.
Ground ball to Jones, over to Beard in time.
The runner on first went on the pitch right there and actually drew Jones right into where the ball was hit.
And that'll hit one. 4-3 put out number 2. Scored a run.
Nope. Just had the one runner on first and advanced to second.
What happened to Tatum? Tatum Luke.
Tatum, he scored.
Okay. So
On the tag,
tag up.
on the actual hit to right field by
Okay,
Cody
so they
Clark.
scored 4 this inning.
That's right.
All right. See, sometimes I miss some stuff. Shy Moore in. It's at the shortstop. Gonna have to hurry. In time.
That's
6-3 put out for out number 3, but the damage was done. Four runs. 1 hit.
3 hits. You had Tanner Luke,
That's right.
Tatum Luke, and Cody Clark right there, and then 1 left on base.
One error, 2 errors, counting the catcher.
Yep, that's right.
So 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 man left on base going into the bottom of the 4th. Chargers trail 5-1. Swinging on the first pitch, pops it up every time, but we're doing it. So fly out. Calvin Talley in for the Chargers. He's going to hit it back up the middle. Talley gets his first hit in the month of April. He's been, with the rainouts and stuff, hadn't had the plate appearances as normal.
Gamble hit into a fielder's choice back.
Talley, with the way he runs, probably going to have to start him early.
Or just draw up a pass ball.
Yeah, there you go, draw a pass ball, that'll hurt.
Just waiting for you to say it, and you were sort of talking it up right there. And he advances to second.
Gamble 1-1 count. Blew the fastball by him. Strike 2. Seems like the two-seamer doesn't have the movement that it did the first 3 innings. That was a strikeout pass ball. Gets Micah Gamble to first base. Tally, of course, you know, it was one of those, the way it came off the glove, thought it might have been a foul ball.
Yeah. Tomorrow night's going to be senior night, and with Dawson Jones stepping up made me think about it. Host Aberdeen tomorrow in the doubleheader starting at 2:30, but after the second game.
There's a ground ball to second base. Gets fielder's choice, gets Miller at second. Jones with the fielder's choice reaches first. And Coach Rogers wants to talk about the slide at second being a little bit wide, but Jones at first, Tally at third. Not an abundance of speed there on the base path. McNeil takes ball one. And there's ball two. And seems like that two-seamer's flattened out a little bit, Chris.
It has that.
It's outside, but he called it. He hadn't been calling that one that far out. And there wasn't a backup on it either. Now that one a little bit low. 3-1 to McNeil.
Jones on first base should be going with the pitch right here with 2 outs and a full count.
Not knowing the situation there was Jones as he was bouncing back and forth. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Clark Crowley comes to the plate. He struck out in the first inning and flew out to the third baseman. Popped out, rather, to the third baseman.
Yeah, sort of got in on his hands right there.
Texas leaguer, and again, swinging first pitch. And there's a slider that stayed outside.
Cody Clark, the catcher for the Warriors, did a good job sliding out and getting in front of that one, blocking it up with the runner on third base. And that one did have some movement on it.
Yeah. Crowley pops it to shortstop. It's going to fall. Chargers going to plate one, and here's a play at the plate. In time, he dropped the ball. And McNeil stays at second. Clark with the Texas leaguer.
I couldn't see Glenn as far as it just fell in between.
Yeah, it
as
fell in
well as a
between
hit
them.
right there.
Texas Leaguer couldn't quite get there.
Which I thought it had enough depth that it was going to get over his head, but couldn't see from here.
That's one of those. The shortstop was playing towards second. There on Quez McNeil's movement and couldn't get back in position. Had he been normal depth, he probably makes that pretty easily. But just the movement of the play turned it into a base hit. And there's Coleman with a ground ball to second, and that's going to do it right there for the Chargers. The Chargers get on the board. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 hits. 2 men left on base. No errors. Is that correct?
That's right. We've had 4 complete. Jenkins comes back out.
So Kite starts it off with a stand-up double. He thought off the bat it was a goner, but realized he wasn't playing at home. Short porch there at Nanawaya. Tanner Luke, foul ball, swing and a miss. And there's strike 2, actually. What you got for the count? 0-2?
1-2.
1-2. Bounced off Gamble. Actually, that's Betts. It's Betts behind the plate.
Yeah, sure is right there. Didn't notice the swap until then.
Good job by Betts right there to get that ball.
Actually, 2-2, Glenn.
2-2 the count. Jenkins got ahead 0-2 on Luke now. Luke's worked it back full. And there was strike 3 on the delayed call. I kind of agree with it.
Yeah, it was. It fell out, but it was when it crossed the plate, it was a strike, I think.
It was late breaking. Tylen Glass now comes in. He reached on a E5. There's strike 1. That little two-seam had some back up there. Was that change up there?
It caught Betts off because it sort of came on the end. He had to make a last-minute adjustment right there on his glove to catch that one cleanly.
A little inside on the curveball. And there's a fastball that's hammered to right field. Wells unable to make the catch. And that's going to be an E9. In and out of the glove of Wells.
Yeah, it did hit off the glove there.
And that's going to score a run. And Speedy Glass gets the second. And there's a curveball that's fouled off by Holderness.
And I was thinking that he was going to bunt right there because he's the batter that showed bunt 3 times earlier to Jenkins in his last at bat. He just barely fouled that one off.
There's a foul ball out of play.
So Holderness finds himself in the hole.
And there's strike 3 on the curveball. Well, you'd like to have that fly ball back now. They still score that run because he tagged,
yeah.
but you're out of the inning, and you don't have a runner in scoring position.
That's Jenkins' 5th strikeout tonight.
And there's strike 2.
Yeah, Tatum Luke had a hit to right field in his last at bat.
And there's a fly ball to right field. Wells unable to. Prime example why you hit your cutoff man. Now Turner comes in. Flew out to center field last time. Ball inside.
So this is Devin. So is Devin and Donovan both playing?
Mhm.
No, so.
There's a swing and a miss. Allows a runner to get the third.
One ball, one strike. One ball, one strike.
1-1. Count. Ball inside.
Turner couldn't see it because he turned and stuff himself as far as, but late break right there. Must have just been a little bit inside.
Three one. There's strike two down the middle right there to make the count full. Focus on the net.
Yeah, a little bit. So I was trying to see if you could get past it. I don't know. It might be. Sort of on your phone, you can sort of touch there. You want to be in focus there, but
Ball outside and walks him.
Jenkins was able to his first walk there, giving up since the first inning.
Cody Clark comes into the batter's box.
With Betts having a little bit harder time right there with Jenkins with the movement of some of his pitches right there. It looks like, but Turner advances to second base on the pass ball.
Tatum Luke scored, didn't he?
He did. So 3 runs this inning so far. We got 2 outs. Need to get that final one right here.
Ball low. Sun finally has gone down. Good comfortable night, 78 degrees. Great baseball weather.
See some activity going on in the left field bullpen as the Warriors have some activity down there. Three ones to count. Yeah.
That delayed call, right, kind of driving everyone a little bit batty. There's a walk. The call to the bullpen. Bring in the freshman.
Yeah, going to come in and get the top of the lineup right here for the Warriors.
Batting 600, 700, 900 collectively.
I guess there's one positive. There is a base open.
That's true.
Trace has come in and pitched at South Pontotoc in a couple of games here in the last little bit as far as really getting his varsity action here in the last couple of weeks and stuff, but has looked strong on the mound, looked promising for the Chargers' future.
He's the type pitcher right now. His arm's not the strongest, so you can't really pitch him through the batting order more than one time. You know, he can kind of trick people a little low, but you can get away with it one time, and the second time you really aren't going to get away with it. We saw against South Pontotoc that second time through, they were beating the scoreboard up.
Yeah, but it did, like you said, your analogy was probably spot on, but Trace was really able to keep people off balance those his first couple innings right there.
Yeah, he mixes it up well. The problem is he doesn't have a fastball to pitch off of, so he has to pitch off of his secondary pitches, and that makes it tough being a freshman. I mean, when you're a freshman, you're having to learn how to pitch backwards. It's
yeah, exactly.
So what?
2 outs
And there's a ground ball to Tally. 1 pitch, 1 out, and gets them out of the inning. That's what you want with a freshman.
that's
Strike 1 called on the outside corner. Curveball on the outside corner called.
Similar pitch that Justin got earlier, so I meant nothing to argue about there. Just when you find yourself in the hole like that, no ball, 2 strikes, you sort of got to protect the plate. Or might have been 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was a good pitch right there.
Yeah, sort of gave him a little bit of the black right there, but it was
foul ball out of play. He swung at that? Wow. That ball seemed to be headed for the dirt out of the hand and got Wells chasing. I couldn't see the umpire kind of step in my way. I couldn't tell that he swung, and he took off running. I was just surprised.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts there for Kite. He's had, that's his 7th of the night. Beard flew out to left field in his last at bat and had a hit to right center back in the 2nd. One of the 3 hits off of Kite. Came inside on.
That was a good pitch on the inside corner. Wasn't quite as far inside as the previous pitch. There's a curveball he tried to backdoor. 2-2. Probably going to bring fastball right here. Beard tried to beat him to the spot and fouled it off. So 2-2 the count. Curveball stays high.
Battles back to a full count here.
Good at bat right here. Seen a lot of pitches. Probably fastball right here. Goes away. Beard wins the battle on the walk. Good at bat.
Yeah, Kite didn't have any walks in the 1st or 2nd. Had 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and this is his 4th walk given up tonight. But the Chargers have had base runners every inning. Tally had a hit back in the and defensive swing a little bit there. Not
Just kind of blew it by him right there. There's a foul ball into the dugout. Wakes him up. Tally's probably going to see the curveball right here. Oh, a fastball gets hammered to right field. Beard going to make the turn. Beard rumbles and stumbles to 3rd. Tally moseys on to 1st.
E3 on that one there.
Carson Betts will come to the plate for his first time tonight. And for Micah Gamble. 1st and 3rd situation right here. Betts takes a cut. Strike 1. There's a curveball. Betts finds himself down 0-2. There's a ball outside. Talley's going to take the base. And there's a ball that kind of stayed up right there. Beard will throw a slider, changeup, semi-fastball, and a knuckleball. I would think knuckleball right here, looking from the grip. That's what he threw. It goes behind him. Keeping them honest.
Yeah. Had a pitch to waste.
Yeah. Don't let them get comfortable in there. What do you throw right here? You're not an overpowering pitcher.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, change up.
Something out of the zone. And there's a pop fly to second base. Kite comes in. He had a double last at bat. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Hey, yeah. First one was an error.
Yeah, E6.
There's a ground ball to shortstop. Play in the hole, but brings him off the bag. You don't know if he stays on. Does he get him?
He had a pretty quick throw right there, but it's hard to call that an error right there.
On the throw?
Yeah. Had some top spin pretty good as far as I thought it was going to skip on through, but Crowley did a good job getting a glove on it.
I'm still waiting on the official score there on that play now.
I'm going to say a hit right there.
All right.
Maybe a little lenient. I don't know.
Ooh. He plunks him.
A cleanup batter right there. Got hit by a pitch in the first inning as well. Chargers pitchers use a lot of things. You have a hit by pitch, extend with a hit, and then things.
A walk. Yeah. Then you sprinkle in a hit and it scores too. Yeah, you know, they don't give themselves a chance. But one thing's for sure, they ought to be able to pitch in when they're in a jam.
I was thinking it was going to be off the end of the bat. I don't know. Is that what the call is?
I think it is.
Yeah. Okay.
He leaned into it.
Okay. We hadn't seen that call all year, but I've been waiting for it because we've seen a lot.
But it's called a ball?
Would think it'd be called a strike on it.
There's a changeup right there.
Must have been called a ball, like you said, but
Yeah,
can't see how it would.
I don't understand that. He's got a little sink on his fastball. You see him get a lot of ground balls.
Yeah, he did. And that's one thing that we have noticed. Another time, Glenn, right back at us, sort of.
I was ready. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. I think you try to elevate a fastball right here, about chest high.
Yeah, well, you could. Trace has such good control. You could, like you said, throw something out of the zone up higher. Well, that one gets away.
Having a hard time blocking things up.
Because you want to be able to throw that pitch in the dirt right there to get a strikeout.
Yeah. That 2-2?
Yep.
And there's a hard hit ball back up the middle, and there's your walks and your hits, batsman scores.
Yeah, you have to hit a cutoff man tonight from the outfield.
And there's a ball. There's strike 2. Got him right there going to third. What's your count, Chris?
That's 2 strikes, I think.
2-2.
I got the second out of the inning right there. Chargers needed that to break. Yeah, 2-2.
Brings the count to full. And there's a ground ball, foul ball. Coach O laid it. Ball hit the light pole and come straight down.
If you're holding this, you move out of the way of that one on a full count. You know what?
Just like she showed him in the yard. That's going to be enough.
Well, I guess the limit's 3 in an inning. I say that because I know that I wasn't able to make it one of the games and stuff. He was keeping me updated. And Brian hit half the Upora team and stuff as far as in one of the games earlier this year.
Well, Trace did kind of what Brian did. He hit the first one, and then the on-deck batter steps in and hits him with the next pitch. So it kind of got that day. It kind of got if Brian hit one, the on-deck guy just started shaking. He knew he was
it was next.
It was coming.
But that's what this is the season, and the things that have laid out for the Chargers have been sort of self-imploded a little bit as far as on the innings. It would play like tonight as far as play several innings is very good as far as defensively, and you'll just mix in an error here or there, and you mix in a hit by a pitch or a walk, and the next thing you know, as far as a couple runs to score, then just catapults into a big inning for the opposing team.
Yeah, it gets away from you fast.
And so, I mean, I know with only 3 seniors, we didn't come into the season expecting a tremendous amount, but the Chargers definitely have got some experience for a lot of guys this year, and so should look as far as for in the upcoming seasons, as far as to see this youthfulness maybe pay off as far as in those seasons.
Yeah.
So Richard's going to come in and inherit it. No, he's just going to have runners on first and second.
I thought they were juiced.
Yeah, and stuff as far as the one runner got thrown out. Glass got thrown out going to third. Is that right? Or is that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so Richard comes in similar situation that Trace had back in the 5th, and maybe he can get one pitch right here and get out of this inning with 2 outs.
Be nice. This pitching change brought to you by the wonderful world of pistachios.
Highly recommend the salt and pepper. Sam's. So here's Ricardo. Comes inside and hits. That's the 4th hit by pitch, 3rd in a row. Got to force it in the bag. And at home, though. Ricardo's sort of falling off to the left and toward first base, and the pitch is tailing that way, and doing so is tailing out of the strike zone.
He's usually around the zone pretty well.
Yeah. Probably just not wanting to come inside. Ricardo finds himself in the hole.
Now the Red Rocket has headed to the bullpen. And there it is, strike one. And there's strike two. Called low.
So full count, 2 outs here. Base runners on everywhere should be moving on the pitch.
Wow, that pitch was better than the last one.
So it's going to be a walk there.
Makeup call?
Possibly right there. Everybody advances on the base pads, and that brings up the top of the lineup. Taylor came in very first inning. He got a hit to right field, and since then, he's going to have batted in 3 straight innings. And produced some ground balls and was hit toward first base. And there we go. That ends the inning.
That was Cole Taylor, wasn't it?
That was. Yeah, that was 3 runs on 1 hit. No errors, 3 left on base, and most of the damage was 4 walks or 4 hit by hit pitch. No, it was actually 5 of those. So your score going into the bottom of the 6th, 12-2.
Jones in the batter's box. Ball low. 3 balls, 1 strike to Jones.
This is 6th inning of work for Kite.
Mm-hmm.
He's given up 3 hits.
Come on, Dawson, you can do it. You got this, Bob.
He's had 7 strikeouts and 4 walks.
And there's a foul ball.
Off the hand of Cody Clark.
But I think they did. There's strike 3 on the outside corner. Jones knew it. Or he knew it, rather.
Chargers needing a run here in the bottom of the 6th inning to avoid being 10-run. It's 12-2 is your score.
That's some movement on that two-seamer right there. We hadn't seen that in the last 2 innings. Tried to extend the zone a little bit.
Came right
And
back at us
moved.
again. I just it's going to be a wall.
Come at
Big
me.
targets back here too, you know.
Yeah, come at me. There's a foul ball. 2-2 the count. Ball outside, full count. There's a foul ball.
Back-to-back called strike 3s.
Clark Crowley comes in the batter's box. Ball just a little outside.
Looks similar to pitches in earlier at bats right there.
Chargers will be in action tomorrow at 2:30 for a doubleheader against Aberdeen. I have a feeling we'll see the Red Rocket tomorrow on the hill.
Yeah, we'll be here streaming tomorrow, and after that second game with Aberdeen will be senior night festivities as we have 3 seniors, Peyton Busby, Logan Murphy, and Dawson Jones. Mike Height just sort of took something off of it, just said, hey, I'm just going to throw a strike here.
Yeah, 3-1. And there's strike 2. Full count right here. There's ball 4. He walked it.
Chargers have had base runners every inning.
Every inning.
Yep, so in the last 3 innings, have had 2 runners left on base each time. So have stranded 8 base runners so far tonight.
And there's one back to the pitcher, and that's going to do it. I
Well,
think that's it.
well, they hadn't signaled it, but it looks like we're taking the field, but Let's see if we make sure we're correct on
missed
that.
something?
5. Oh, maybe it was 11. That's a 5.
I've got 11 to 2.
No, that's what it was. 11-2. We thought it was 12-2.
That's right. That's only
so
9.
Yep. So here we go.
Carried the 7.
That's right. Darn. 11-2 is your score. So we're going to get a full game in.
That's right. Ricardo finds strike 1. Shy Moore. Ball in the dirt. Ball fouled off, strike 2 to the batter. Ball hit to the shortstop, throw across in time for out number 1.
Crowley did a good job of coming in on that ball and charging it, and making a good throw.
And there's a foul ball to Kite.
Kite went back as one as far as last inning. We had the discussion as far as on the hit, ruled it a hit between short and third. But he's put on the bat on the ball each time in his at bats. This is the 5th at bat. He's 2 for 4 on the night.
There's a curveball that hung up. Kite got under it a little bit. McNeil should have it, and he does. Ricardo doing a good job finding some outs here in the 7th inning. Chargers like to have that 4th, 5th, and 6th inning back. Take those away, and they've done really well.
Attack bugs.
There's a ground ball past the third baseman. May end up being a double with the speed.
don't know if they're June bugs or what, but we've had a slew around the house at night and stuff. It's pretty much prohibited travel going outside at night at my house for some.
No sitting out on the deck,
No stuff as far
looking
as
at the stars.
just sort of been. No, you take that outside.
Yeah, the trash.
Yeah.
No more going out on the trampoline and watching the stars at night.
Well, I tell you what, we did eat out the other night, Glenn, at the house. As far as and it was like one of the nights I didn't have to grill in the rain,
There you go.
and while we were out there, as far as it started, so we came inside and left the door open a little bit. It was like a night like tonight, you know, and the amount of flies already this year is so surprising. I'll be honest, I was on the war hunt the whole night from then on.
Those mosquito hawks, those big ones.
Glass has also put the ball in play each time. You've been impressed with the speed of him and Moore.
There's strike 3. So Richard makes good work in the 7th inning right there. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, no men left on base. Chargers need a touchdown and a field goal.
Yeah, just putting, you can tell as far as maybe getting the rally caps on now.
Richard Ricardo comes into the batter's box. He'll bat for Justin Jenkins.
Was that right? Because Jenkins was on first base. Was
No,
he?
Trace
came back.
Trace
in.
came back in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when Richard came to the mound, Trace went from the mound back to first.
Oh, okay.
And Jenkins came off. Ball outside. 3-1 the count to Ricardo. There's a ball.
It's one of the good things about when Richard's on the mound. When he gets on base, he can get a pinch runner. And bringing in the speed. So C.J.
Hey.
Clark batting. Not C.J. as far as this is.
Is that C.J.? Yeah,
no,
C.J. will bat for Landon
is that
Webb.
right? No, I don't know if that's going to be.
Is that Zach?
Zach?
That's Zach. I'm
Hoskins.
sorry. Zach Hoskins.
I was looking for a number. Still,
I can't tell. 21?
yeah,
21.
there we go. So, and that is Zach.
Peyton Busby runs for Richard Ricardo. Busby's been on the injured list here for a while. He's having some arm trouble for the last several weeks. I don't know if he's torn something in there or what. He's just trying to finish his senior year. And Hoskins does his job, gets on base. And they're not going to waste any time. Chase Turner. Chase for Trace. Is that right?
That's right.
Lefty for lefty. Trace went 1 for 2 at the plate with a walk on the night. Ball out, called strike.
The mound visit might have paid off there.
Inspirational. Oh, 2 the count to Turner.
Like to put a ball in play here and advance the runners.
That's right. Turner goes down in 3 pitches. It's kind of frustrating. He walks 2 in a row. You go up there hacking.
Threadgill to bat for Tally.
And Hoskins is picked off. I think first base coach was asleep. Threadgill with a good take right there. A little experience right there. He saw 2 walks previously. He's going to take till he gets a strike, I would imagine. Freshman Turner went up there hacking. 3 pitches and was down. Ball 2 to Threadgill. That discipline at the plate.
He might be thinking this one's coming in. Who knows? So, and they're going to make me take on 3-0. I don't know and stuff, but we'll see.
And there's outside. Oh, my goodness. Umpire extended the zone on him. Couldn't have hit that without stepping on the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike to Threadgill. And there's a base hit. Busby scores right there. A little collision there. Base hit moves Threadgill over to second on the throw home. There's a foul ball out of play. Jewel to hit for Betts. Right here. So Threadgill did his job.
Read it in the dirt right there, and Threadgill thought about advancing right there, but ended up retreated back to second base. Don't want to get the last
Only
out.
get third out at third.
That's exactly right.
Strike two called on the outside corner. Good job by Jewel hanging in there right there. There's a ground ball hit by the third baseman. Going to try to score Threadgill. Here will be a play at the plate. Cole Vowell in, grounds back to the pitcher. That's going to do it.